I read that we actually got off pretty easy. Palm Springs got up to 121 over
That
the
is
weekend.
Wow.
that, Teresa, did you know? Palm Springs, okay? Just let me remind you the pricing of real estate in Palm Springs, okay?
You know, it's funny, when I had a pool, I lived for days that were over 110 because I would just lay out. I mean, because I love the heat if I can be in the water. So without a pool now, I don't like these days.
I feel you. But even with a pool, it's been so hot that you cannot even go to the pool, to be honest. It's just extremely hot. All
Look
right.
at you with your fancy remote control.
Oh yes.
I love it.
That's how we do it. No, I really like that camera. We got a Logitech for conferencing. It's really nice. So not only the quality, so hello, so welcome everybody. All right, Jacqueline Dasso, Lori, JJ Junction, welcome everybody. Let's see, we're gonna go now on YouTube. We're live in YouTube, Teresa, and let's make sure I don't have audio here. All righty, perfect. So we're live in YouTube, and what do you think? Shall we slowly?
Sure.
Very slowly.
Right.
Very
Hello,
slowly.
Sandra. Welcome, Sandra.
There we go. eBay, my favorite subject.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering which one is your favorite subject again? I don't think I got it. I'm confused.
Wait, can you see my shirt?
Oh my goodness. You know what?
My pen?
I love it. I forgot to ask you, if you could use, I love your red shirt from eBay.
I love my red. I have all the red eBay stuff. I've got, and it's all right here, my eBay.
Yeah.
Yep.
But look, wait, where's it go? Displayed. Yeah. Oh, and then my eBay pop socket. I had a really cool eBay case, but then I changed my phone, and eBay doesn't have any cool cases anymore. But yeah, I am a walking billboard sometimes.
Which is why you are perfect to be our special guest today to talk about eBay and everything about eBay. Yeah. What a lot of people want to know about eBay, and we couldn't think of anyone better to have to talk about it.
No, and that's one of the things that we want to share with you. On List Perfectly, we always find we know that we can't do everything, but we know that having the right let's say, friends, the right family, because you're part of List Perfectly family, Teresa. You've seen us, you gave us your vote of trust when nobody nobody understood what List Perfectly was. That was a year plus, Teresa.
Yeah, it's funny because when I talk to people and I tell them how I met you, I tell them I hit the meetup jackpot when you guys came to it was February of 2019 that you guys came to my meetup, and I chatted with you guys afterwards, and then it took us a couple of weeks to actually get together, but yeah, immediately I was like, this is amazing. And and so for me it's fun just to see how successful you've come, and for anybody, it's just made our jobs easier. It's just made what I've been doing for the last 23 or 4 years that much easier, and I love it. And my listings are up, my cross posting is up, my sales across platforms I never even heard of a year ago. I spent the weekend listing, I don't know, about 60 items on Depop. I didn't even know what Depop was a year ago. I probably didn't even know 6 months ago, to be honest with you. But yeah, so I have 60 items up on Depot in no time at all.
Absolutely.
Just like that. Yep.
That's great, Teresa. And that's one of the most important things, because I remember when I met you. To those of you that are joining us, thank you for joining us today. We're talking about eBay, and we have someone very special, Theresa Cox. Okay, she is not only part of the List Perfectly family, she was an early adopter and an early believer in us.
Yep.
And that's very important for us because it's people like Theresa that give support to small businesses or someone that comes with an idea. And it's people giving you that support that helps you because it's so hard to do what we're doing.
That's
and
right.
we need that support, and your support is crucial. And it was so crucial because I remember when I met you, I was so impressed with so many years of experience of eBay. And I remember I fantasized immediately. I was like, oh, I wonder if one day I can get her to say, one day you'll be in different marketplaces. And we understand, we all love eBay. What we share here with Theresa is we're all native eBayers. Once an eBayer, always an eBayer, and you will always have your eBay platform at heart because we all started there. Amanda there was no virtual assistants. Amanda started as an assistant of someone else. I started as an assistant of Amanda.
Yep. And so just to kind of go back to what we were talking about earlier, that the meetup that we met Theresa at happened to be eBay themed that day, right? And Theresa is, she's, how long have you been selling on eBay? Let's talk about.
Yeah, so I actually started selling in I want to say the fall of '95. I know that it was auction bites before eBay, but it's kind of fuzzy. I started working at USC in December of '94. Okay. And one of my first tasks was to sell this eBay thing was new, and I was selling some old computer equipment that was in a warehouse that had never been used. And so I was selling it under a work ID. So I just say that I've been selling since 1997 because that's my current ID. I started in July of '97, and so my eBay ID is Club Red 97, and the 97 is because that's the year I started selling on that ID. So wow, 23, 25. I mean, it's 23, 25 years.
Wow.
Back when nobody knew what eBay was. It was kind of, and I tell stories that I remember wanting to win an auction and taking my big heavy MacBook from work over to my mom's house with a long cord and plugging it into the wall, to the phone jack, and logging in because an auction was going to end, and it's like, oh my gosh, am I going to win this? And so that was the excitement in the early days. So it's come a long way.
Wow, congratulations, Theresa. You've been awarded by eBay. You've been recognized. You're constantly working with the community. You're constantly making eBay better. It's people like you that not only make money for themselves, but they're also aware and also kind enough to help the community and others to also be successful like yourself.
And as a matter of fact, did you start the Boss group on Facebook?
So I started a Facebook group called BOSS because I'm all about the acronym. It's Business for Online Selling Success. And I will tell you that the idea around that was so many Facebook groups didn't allow you to ask business related questions. And if you just ask a tax question, they were shut it down. We don't give tax advice. Well, nobody's giving tax advice. So I started this Facebook group under the idea of talking mostly about business. Well, after the first 2 or 3 months, it's nobody wanted to talk about taxes. Everybody wanted to talk about what they found, what they sold. So we do a mixture of stuff, and no question is off limit. And if you want to ask a tax question and how you do this and how you do that, that's the group to ask it in, because everybody has a different level of risk. Everybody has a different set of circumstances. What might work for my business won't work for yours. And so we're not giving advice, we're giving ideas and suggestions for people. So so the Boss Facebook group is great. I don't know how many people are in it, but
oh my God, the last time I checked was 6,000 plus.
Yeah, see, because then I don't care about how many people are in there. You want to come join the group, come join the group. But very helpful group of people. I posted some stuff I was looking up, and they're like, oh yeah, this is what you need. So there's help on identifying things. I'm really big on posting updates on seller policies and changes because I'm very involved in that part of the eBay community. And so I just want people to know that this is what's coming up with managed payment, and try to debunk all of the ridiculous conspiracy theories or misinformation about different stuff. Sometimes it's I just don't have time, but for the most part, I love helping newbies. I love getting new people onto the platform. And, you know, hopefully some of the audience people will hear will be people that, you know, eBay is not their native platform and they're selling on other platforms. And so my goal here is to kind of give them a brief introduction as to how List Perfectly makes it easy to get from, you know, what their native platform might be, Poshmark, because eBay is a complicated platform and they know it. They've been around, they sell everything.
Yeah.
And so it can't be as simple as Poshmark that sells just clothes. And so it's a different platform, but you know, it's one you definitely want to be involved in. eBay has over 1.1 billion active listings. So you want to be part of that. And they have at the end of Q1, they had their marketing information was 174 million active users. Like you want that traffic.
Yes.
You want those eyes on your item. So
want that exposure. Well said, Teresa. Well said.
And I get that it's complicated. One of the things that I love about List Perfectly is that for the people that want to sell on eBay, but it's too complicated, they don't need to, like, List Perfectly takes out the complication part out of the equation. So.
Yep. No, well said. Thank you for sharing that. Actually, for those of you that might not be a List Perfectly user, whether you're a non-List Perfectly user or you are, eBay has inspired List Perfectly. So in many ways, just to let you know, the Pro plan is inspired mainly on the listing form, kind of. Of course, we simplified it, but it's inspired because we just, like we said, you know, we were native eBay users, and that's what motivated us to kind of, you know, build something that could work.
Yeah, it's all about what Claire is referring to is our description builder, because we realized very early on that descriptions were a very powerful motivator to getting a buyer to convert from a viewer to actually giving you money for the item. And so we've created this description builder based on our own personal experience.
Exactly. Yeah. Absolutely. So let's get started. So officially, you know, we're talking about eBay. eBay, as you know, we have our guest that's been selling in eBay since 1997, Club Red 97. And eBay was founded in 1995. Incredible. So they do not only consumer to consumer, and they're known for doing auctions or buy it now, okay, but also they do business to consumer. So they have many different departments. So I wanted to jump real quick on categories with eBay because I just did a recent research on categories, Teresa, and I have many questions, and I know that you're constantly talking with different eBay people and different levels. So let's see if we can, I understood pretty much like you said, you know, we can sell anything except body parts, right? So I did find, you know, believe it or not, okay, you can sell pets, okay, obviously, okay, livestock, okay, I was finding, you know, from horses, cats, and dogs, okay, I found that you can sell so many different things. But one thing that called my attention, and I want us to clarify, is that I found that eBay in black and white says that when it is used clothing, they want the clothing to be in washed and without stains. And immediately popped to my head as a former clothing seller, what happens, because we all know that eBay can sell, you can sell distressed clothing as long as you disclose that. So it did call my attention on that, Teresa. Do you know that if that's recent change or?
I don't think it's a change. I'm guessing it's probably a policy that's always been there, but as long as you disclose it.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I'm just thinking that I know that just last week I listed a dress and I noted that there was a, I call it discoloration. I don't call it a stain. I call it a discoloration.
Thank you. No, never say discoloration. Yep.
Yeah. And so, but you know, I'm very clear with my pictures, and you should be. I mean, like, there's no reason on eBay to not be completely honest and transparent, because items will still sell. I sold an old USC t-shirt that I have. And this is what I love about eBay. And because I am an influencer and a mentor and I do teach people, sometimes I throw this stuff up on eBay just to see. Yeah. And it literally had a hole in the arm and the neck was frayed. And it was it was a t-shirt. I started working at USC in 1994, and I'm sure it was a t-shirt I bought back then.
Yeah.
But it was, and I was just like, let me just see. And I sold that thing for $20. And I'm like, oh. So, but I disclosed the picture of the arm, the hole under the arm, and then the distress around the collar and stuff.
Yeah.
There are people out there that want that. They want that old distressed look, and they don't want to have to wear it in to get there.
Well, and especially if a lot of people from like the movies, wardrobe stylists, they want to be able to find this stuff in that condition because it's a character thing. When a character puts that on, it really looks like that was their shirt. So as they're filming, they don't need to do anything.
And what about that time that we got that order from Ralph Lauren? Okay?
Yes.
We got an order, 30 items of clothing. Half of them were with zippers not working. This was like 6 years ago. This is before they launched their vintage collection, which was a total success. Mm-hmm. So that order was incredible from Ralph Lauren. So never underestimate, because designers might even pay for something that is distressed with these colorations, non-working zippers, whether it's maybe it's a non-working, I don't know, lighter, okay, or non-working jewelry. Okay, let's get out of clothing, okay? But it's important that that's gonna be highly wanted by a designer. You never know.
Yep, and even if it's so distressed, you're like, wow, no one will want this. If it's unique enough, it could become a pattern. Yes. So that when they reproduce it, they can take it apart and they can make a pattern from it.
Yeah, and it's well known in the eBay community that set designers, costume designers, the movie industry, TV shows all come to eBay for items. And then if you're in a Facebook group or a group where someone's like, oh, I sold something like the Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, like that set, those people shop on eBay because so many people are, oh, I sent an ashtray to this. And then when the show airs, people are like looking at every scene for where's that ashtray that I sold. Like,
yes, I
isn't that too. And then it amazes me because they paid $35 for an ashtray. It's in the corner of the scene on a bar. Nobody's paying any attention to it. But
it's the conversation piece.
but it's there. For the movie buff, it's important to be there.
Yeah.
And so that's another fun part about selling on eBay. And when you were talking about, cutting up distressed clothing and whatever for patterns, vintage Vogue patterns are a staple for me. I mean, you pick them up for 25 cents when you see them, and I sell them they're just a bread and butter item, $25, $30 each, because they're looking for that pattern and the style and who knows what.
Yep. Well, no, absolutely. Thank you for sharing that. That's crucial. Like we said, pretty much everything is allowed on eBay, and very few exceptions. We all know that they have real eBay motors. I even found I didn't know this one. Okay, there is real estate. You can buy and sell real estate. The way they circumnavigated the let's say the federal regulations is that it's not binding. Mm-hmm. So it's not binding offers. Okay, so you could back out. Okay, so that was interesting. Then I
have bought 3 cars and sold 2 on eBay.
Wow.
The car that I'm driving now, I bought on eBay. It's a 2008, and I bought it. I picked it up on Valentine's Day in 2008, and I flew to San Antonio, Texas, to buy it. But that was my second car. My first car was a 2003 Ford Focus. And I flew to Oklahoma City to buy it and drove it home.
What an adventure. What a story to tell. Amanda actually also used to do that with RVs.
Yep.
Did you?
Yes. Yes. Mine sell mini RVs, like the van RVs. And go pick them up in Florida.
Yeah. Very profitable.
Go to Texas, Florida, pick them up, drive them back to California, and flip them.
Yep.
That's an awesome niche.
It is. Yeah. She made a lot of money on that,
Yeah. And it was fun. You got to travel around, and it was fun.
No, that was a good one, Mandy. From all your businesses, I have to say that was my favorite. Yeah. Really nice because it goes along with her personality. I cannot emphasize enough. Sell something that we all want to make money. Good. Let's make money. Okay. But eBay is so big, okay, that you can literally cherry pick what you want to sell. Just choose something that goes along. She likes to travel a lot, for example. Teresa likes red color. She one time, you know, she liked to sell everything red. Just sell something that is close to you and partner with eBay because it's big enough to choose different products. And other marketplaces, sometimes they have restrictions, but eBay is the biggest one that supports the most categories. Really, you have to do something really bad, okay, to get banned because you listed something inappropriate that probably is illegal or something that, you know, like don't be listing, you know, like a pelt that is very, very rare, you know, like, I don't know, like a saber tooth pelt or something like that.
Yeah, that's true. Endangered animals, no, stay away from
Ivory,
that.
ivory is absolutely, I think ivory, and I don't know all the details, but I think ivory is another one that you can't sell on eBay.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I didn't realize, let me tell you my story of when I got, you know, well done. And eBay is very good at this. I didn't realize I was selling this leather jacket. In this leather jacket, I didn't realize, Teresa, in the freaking zipper pull, there was a tiny thing that was marble. And I don't know how eBay saw it. And it was described, you know, of course, you know, we did put that was described as a, what was it that we call it? I can't remember. We used something generic, but
Yeah.
spot on. They took down the listing. And then when I call eBay to see why they took it down, they was like, there is something, you might have marble or whatever. And when I look at the thing, I did a little more research. It was. And I was like, oh my goodness.
And they found that from the photo. Go figure.
From the photo. Yeah. So yes, understand that eBay has a very big legal department. Don't try to be smarter. When in doubt, call them.
That's crazy that they found it just by the pictures.
Yeah,
I didn't know. I was learning. I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. You know?
Lori from JJ Junction just mentioned no taxidermy either. So it's good to know.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm asking somebody because I think that Vicky, I think she sells taxidermy. So I just messaged her and asked her, is that true?
Oh, interesting.
That is very interesting. Yeah, I remember. I thought she has like a deer head. I wonder if it must be taxidermy for certain species, maybe.
I know it's a bolo. I don't know that she actually sold it on eBay, so that's why I'm asking her. So yeah, so I'm pretty sure that she does sell it on eBay, but before this
I thought it was a deer or something. So I think if it is like general hunting legally allowed by federal laws, okay, there is no restrictions, but if for some reason for seasonality or is something that is limited and you need some permit to hunting or whatever, I'm guessing. So we need to research on that. That's a good question.
But you know, it's interesting because the long and short of it is, I mean, there's a huge variety of things that you can sell on eBay. And I mean, it's these rare things that you want to stay away from.
Nebulizers, stay away from anything medical. Any medical prescriptions that require a prescription, don't even think of listing it, okay? Don't even. Firearms, okay? That is a hot topic right now, okay? Don't be listing firearms. You can list accessories. There were some silly people a couple of years, I read, they tried to get smart and they were putting all the parts and selling it with different shops and so forth, you know, to go around. eBay figures those things out and will ban you. Don't do those things. They're smart. They have a big legal team. Don't smarter, not harder.
The bottom line is they will find you. They will ban you for life. And eBay is the second largest. I looked up an article from July 9th of 2020 on digitalcommerce360.com. eBay is the second largest US marketplace, and they rank 5th in the world. And Amazon is first in the US, but Amazon is 3rd in the world. China has the number 1 and number 2 site is China. Number 3 is Amazon. Number 4 is China, a China site, and number 5 is eBay. So the point is, with 1.1 billion listings and a $90 billion plus company, don't lose your selling privileges over $100 item. It's just not worth it.
And not even 10,000. Don't lose your credibility, because you don't try to be smart and then you change a shop name and then you can go around eBay. No, it follows you. So just, you know, when in doubt, call eBay. They have an incredible customer service team, with the biggest one, okay? They have many ways to be reached. And then if still you have doubts, you always reach to the community. You
Yeah,
know,
exactly.
don't do something you'll regret later, and then you break a relationship with a valuable partner like eBay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Solid advice.
Yeah, well said. So Theresa, enlighten us with fees. All right, so it's not free to list on eBay unless.
So there is a couple of things. eBay, and I had actually looked this up because I have had a store for so many years. I didn't know. So eBay now has a thing. Now let me just say that eBay's payment structure is changing. Everybody is supposed to be on their new payment plan, managed payment, August. I was going to say 11th, maybe it's the 12th, mid-August. Now I say new because I've been in the plan. I always do beta everything I can on eBay. I've been in it for almost 2 years. It is the best thing. It's been rolled out. It's not a nightmare.
Really? Well said. I got the notification that they gave me until month end with the closing vault.
So and so all you really have to do, they're just want you, like every other site, you have to link your account, your eBay account with your online banking system, and that's all. And so some people, it's a breeze, cut and dry, and some people are having a little bit of issues. One of the issues is if your name on your bank statement doesn't match the name on your eBay account, you need to change the name on your eBay account because that's easier.
Oh, okay.
And so like Liz explained this, Liz O'Kane, she said her bank was Elizabeth and her eBay was Liz. So she changed her eBay to Elizabeth. Okay. And it needs to match like that. So
all right, so they want that data to match.
So I jumped ahead with the managed payment thing, but for the listing, eBay has your first 50 listings are free, which I didn't realize that. So first 50 listings are free, which is good. And then they have different things. And if you are somebody that has a lot of listings on Poshmark or Mercari or another site, and you're going to use List Perfectly, start with 50 for free, and you know, and just get them on there because it can't hurt you. And then if you're going to do more than 50, then I would say get a starter store. A starter store is $4.95 a month, and that gives you 100 listings. If you don't have a starter store and you do 51 listings, that next listing is going to cost you 30 cents.
Hey, Theresa, I'm so sorry. With the starter store for $4.95, how many listings, please?
You get 100 listings with that $4.95.
Okay.
And so, and if you guys, I'll post it in the List Perfectly Facebook group, but I have this chart.
Yes, please. Thank you. I appreciate it.
It gives you all the stuff. I haven't updated it yet because the managed payment fees aren't effective yet, but as soon as they're effective, I will update this chart with the different fees. But yeah, so my point is that start with the 50 free, cross post, and then you will have some limits. If you're new to eBay and you are just setting up an eBay account, don't get frustrated. eBay has to vet you as a seller, so you will have some listing limitations. So what you want to do is don't list your most expensive item first. List some bread and butter items that are going to sell. You need to get some sales under your belt. You need to get some feedback. eBay needs to know that you're a trusted member of the community and that you're going to treat the customer right. Then your listing limits will go up. Your listing limits will go up, and before you know it, you'll have everything listed. But it does take time, and you know, rightfully so. eBay does have to vet their sellers, and that's a safety thing for sellers and buyers.
Okay.
And so I would suggest that sometimes I don't know what the stores are, but sometimes I think people can start with 10, sometimes maybe 20. So start with your first 50, and then don't get frustrated. Just work at it and do a little each day.
All right.
Until you can build up your reputation. So that's listings. So 50 free, and then start with your store, and then your 100, and then after you get 100, you can do a basic store for $21.95, and you get 250, and just go from there.
Okay.
All right. Really quick to back up on managed payments, that's a good question. Does that mean that with managed payments, you are linking directly to your bank account and no more PayPal?
Correct.
Is that an option if I don't want to link my bank account, let's say?
It's not an option. So
Okay.
just like you have to link your bank account to get paid from Mercari and Posh and Amazon and everything else, eBay is that way. Now I get it. When PayPal came out in 1999, 2000, it was hard for people to trust this new thing. Like we were sending checks, literally sending checks in the mail,
Yeah.
getting them, going to the bank, waiting for 10 days for the check to clear before we shipped items.
Yeah.
People, we don't do that anymore. So I don't understand why people are so hesitant to give this information out, but they are.
Change is difficult.
Yeah.
Change
Yeah,
is difficult.
they are.
That's all it is, you know,
Yeah.
for a company that has been established 20 plus years, it's just change. That's all it is, I believe.
You're right. Change is hard, but I will tell you that it is a good thing for sellers because what
Yeah.
I'm noticing being in the program for 2 years is that I'm getting a lot more new buyers, and new meaning they have less than 10 feedback. And so I know that for every other platform online, if you go and you shop, you find your things, you put it in your cart, you go to checkout, you expect to put your credit card information in there and be done with it. But eBay was the one platform where you had to go and sign up on PayPal and do something else. A lot of times people would abandon carts.
Yeah.
Or if you're in my circle of friends, became the eBay buyer for friends and families. Hey, here's this item. Will you buy it for me? I'll pay you back.
Yeah.
And so I don't do that anymore because more and more people, they can just enter their credit card.
Okay.
The younger generation does not want to have to sign up to PayPal to buy on eBay. So that's a huge difference. And the other difference is that when you're in managed payment, your buyer can pay using Google Pay and Apple Pay and gift cards, and they can still pay during PayPal.
Okay.
They can still pay using PayPal, that was a big question, yes.
Yeah.
But it doesn't show up in my PayPal account. eBay gets the money from PayPal and eBay sends it to our bank account.
Okay.
And so now our communication is only, our business dealing is just with eBay. I mean, yeah, just with eBay. If we have an issue, the buyer can't go to PayPal to resolve it if eBay's resolved it one way. So that's a huge, that's another seller protection.
Wow.
Is there
Okay.
a delay?
I'm sorry. I'm excited. I'm going to go and make the changes right away.
Quick question, is there a delay in when an item is sold and when you get the money?
Oh.
So I haven't, to be honest with you, I haven't paid much attention to it because I sell 5 items and then it's like it shows up in my thing to ship. Now I know from the banking industry that there's this whole clearinghouse that happens, but if eBay's giving you permission to ship
how fast do I get after I get the clear to ship and everything? How fast do I get my money?
Okay. So with eBay, they have daily payouts and they have weekly payouts. Now, when I first started the program, daily payouts was the only option. I strongly encourage sellers to go to weekly payout because daily payouts is a pain in the neck to do for bookkeeping.
Okay.
And because,
pro tip right there. Stop at everything right there. Accounting is something so important. Thank you, Theresa. Well said.
It's so much easier because when you're getting paid out every day, eBay, like if somebody pays with an American Express card, that took longer for eBay to get the money. So if I sold 5 items today and 2 of them paid with American Express, I might not get that payment for the American Express until 3 days later. And so you're trying to figure out, this sold on Monday and check, like it was too complicated for bookkeeping. So pro tip, select a week. I want eBay to do bi-weekly because to me, bi-weekly, that's what my Amazon is. That's, it's just easier, less bookkeeping.
Okay.
So, but right now, weekly is much better than daily. So do that. So you do get your payout. The first payout is going to take a couple of days, but then after that, you'll get a payout every day or every week.
Every week. Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. No, I'm excited.
And your payout day, as far as I can tell, it depends on when you sign up. So my payout day is Tuesday mornings. And I think it's because when I changed from daily to weekly was a Tuesday morning. But I kind of like Tuesday mornings because it gives my weekend sales a chance to get into the account and pay out.
Very good tip. Another good tip I cannot emphasize on a Tuesday because the bulk of sales when we sell it's usually,
Yeah.
we all
Don't-
sell during the week, but during the weekends, wow.
So
Yeah,
this
don't schedule your payouts for Saturday because that's a couple of
No.
weekdays days. Yeah.
Pro tip,
Pro
thank you.
tip. So this leads me to my next question. We're circling back to fees here, but when
Okay.
eBay,
Yeah.
eBay has different fee structures. So we covered insertion fees. Now,
Uh-huh.
to take the payment, I'm sure, is there a fee associated with that, or is that included in the final value fee
Yeah.
transaction?
Good question.
So for the purpose of this video, so it's not outdated, I'm going to not talk about the way it is today because
Okay.
it will change in the first part of August. And eBay is going to go to one final value fee payment. So you won't have one for your payment processing like you did with PayPal, and then one for your eBay.
Okay.
They're gonna
So
it's
they're gonna
be-
unify with this.
yeah.
Okay, I got it. Makes sense.
What it is, if you do not have a store, you will pay, your final value fee will be 12.35% of everything, of your sales, plus sales tax, plus shipping,
Okay.
and then a 30-cent transaction fee,
Oh,
which is what we had in PayPal. Now, if you have a store, and this is another reason why, if you have over 50 items, it's best to get a starter store, because your fees will go from 12.35% to 11.5%.
oh,
Okay, so
nice.
So 11, if you have a
Crazy.
store, 11.5% plus 30-cent transaction fee.
Is that unified across all categories, or are some
Nah.
categories
Has to be
have a
some.
different?
I
No,
can
the
imagine.
new fee structure is simplified, and it's just with a store, without a store.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Okay.
so-
Wow.
Now let me see. I
Well
did
done.
now because I'm thinking of, there are some categories that have limits, like
Yeah, no, of course, we know. Of course, there'll be exceptions.
yes,
But that's good to know that they're trying to, the rule is
Simplify.
simplification, okay?
like on my chart, I have that if you have a premium store, the maximum final value fee you will pay is $350. And so that, like, if you sell a car, or if you sell something that's a high ticket,
Right.
Wow.
there is a maximum fee. If you have a basic store,
There was no such thing in our days.
so if you have an anchor store like I do, the most I pay for a final value fee right now on any store is $250, on any item is $250.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Wow.
sadly, I don't have anything in my store that is over that. But if I sold a car, and I've sold some cars on eBay, and so that goes into play.
Good to know.
Incredible. Thank you for sharing. That's pro information. Thank you, Teresa. Now, so as currently, so with eBay, I would get seller protection when I pay these fees. What else do I get? Anything else? Do I get shipping or anything? Just to share.
Yeah. So if you list, and shipping is a huge thing for non-eBayers, because with Posh you just slap the label on, and with Mercari shipping is an issue. Shipping is a thing. I ordered something off of Mercari last week, and I had to pay $4 in fee shipping because they bought a first class shipping label but shipped it in a priority envelope. Now, I'm sure that buyer was new, that seller was new, and they didn't know that.
Yeah.
So it cost them extra money. They refunded my whole transaction for me and everything like that. But it just goes to show you it's confusing. So, so I encourage people, if you're going to sell on eBay, ship from the eBay platform, because you get a discounted rate.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
And so you do save on shipping. And if you're selling online anywhere, you should never, ever, ever, ever be going to the post office to buy your shipping.
Oh, thank you for saying that. Those days are gone. No need. Get your labels from, get a printer, buy a printer, get it delivered, save time, you're not saving money, you're not saving time. It's just, don't put yourself through that.
You're actually paying more money if you go to the
Yeah,
post
if you go to the post office, you pay full retail pricing for postage. And there's nobody in the reseller community that ever wants to pay full retail anything.
I love it. No, in that twin. So how is it? Okay, so I'm new to eBay. Okay, as my business, the clothing vault, we're very familiar and comfortable with our shipping policies. But does a new, okay, so let's think of, I'm a Poshmark seller. I'm native from Poshmark. Okay, I come to eBay. You gotta understand, it's intimidating. I'm frozen already, you know, with the listing form already, like a deer, right?
Right.
So what do I do as a new seller, okay, with shipping? Do they have the listing form is more simplified, you know, like do it yourself, or how do I do it, Theresa? Do I have to do policies or?
So you can set up shipping policies for sure. That will be confusing to a newbie. And if you are a newbie and you join my Facebook group, reach out to me. I would absolutely help you set your shipping policies up because it is intimidating. But
Yeah.
what I teach to Posh sellers that are coming over to eBay is that you set up your charge for shipping at first. I have 5,200 listings in my store, and I have free shipping on all. But
Okay.
that takes some experience to know how to do that. So for Posh shippers, your prices that are listed on Poshmark are including $7 shipping. So what I tell them is, first thing I tell Posh sellers is buy a scale. Most Poshers don't have a scale.
Yeah.
They don't need it.
Yeah.
Well
So buy it. Go to eBay and buy a postage scale. You can get one for about 15 to 20 bucks. That'll be your first transaction, which will be good for your feedback. And then weigh your item. So if it's under 8 ounces or under, use just flat $5 shipping. Some you're going to win, some you're going to lose. It's going to come out in the end. If it's up to a pound, 9 ounces to a pound, then charge $6 or $8 or something. Maybe you charge $4 for the under 8.
Yeah.
It doesn't, for most places, it'll cost $6 or less to ship an item under a pound anywhere in the country.
Yep.
Now, where you really get messed up with Posh is like the heavier items like shoes or boots or jeans.
Yeah.
So jeans will fit in a flat rate padded envelope, which will be like $7.55. So if you're charging $8 for those, you're going to be covered. And you just have to kind of learn, maybe charge $10 for shoes, and don't get freaked out if you charge $10 for this pair of shoes and it costs you $12 to ship it, because an item that you charge $5 for shipping, you're going to sell for $2. Yep. So you just have to don't get wrapped around the axle, as I say. And here's the other tip.
Yeah.
Price your items on eBay the same price that you have them on Poshmark. Yeah. And because Poshmark charges 20%,
okay,
eBay fees are going to be 11.5. You're going to have a little more money saved in fees that you're not paying. And so that'll make up for maybe some postage mishaps. That'll make up for some other time, from some different things. So if you're a Posh or a Mercari seller, you want to get your listings on eBay fast, quick and easy. Just use that $5 shipping for, items, or just maybe do $6 for items under a pound, and then $6 to $10 for items over a pound, and just, $10 for over a pound. I mean, just start it that way and get your listings up. Eventually you'll figure it out. You'll get to know it like I do, and it won't be a big deal. You want to get, the thing is, you want to get your listings up fast so it has a chance to sell.
Yeah. Being eBay sellers for so many years, it's funny not coming from a site that doesn't emphasize shipping. For us, we just got used to weighing every single item, like just throwing it on the scale and then typing that out. And actually it was perfectly, we have a field for you to put the pounds and ounces.
Yes.
So that's, if you just get in the habit of doing that, and if you're on the pro level, you'll be able to just add that pounds and ounces. And at that point, you don't even think about it, because when it cross posts to eBay, we add that weight for you. And then eBay, if you have it set to calculated shipping, for example, I think eBay would automatically assign the correct shipping policy. But I digress.
No, but let me tell you, a pro tip is, because this is something that Posh sellers, and I just want to show you that, here's my scale. Of course, it's red. It's right here by my station, so that when I'm listing, I weigh everything you just list it and go. But a pro tip, and this is something that I've noticed that Poshers want to do, they want to do calculated shipping because it's easier. Calculated shipping calculates it at full retail prices. So if I'm your buyer and I'm looking at it, it's going to show that it's charging you $12. And I'm thinking it's only going to cost them $6 to send that. Why am I paying them 12? So while it seems like it's new and easy, don't do calculated shipping under a pound.
Well said. Well said.
Don't do it under a pound because your buyers will see that it's an exorbitant amount of money.
Great pro tip. Appreciate it. That's incredible. Having said that, okay, Amanda, what can you tell us about image quality on eBay?
All right. So eBay is one of the sites that gives you a nice zoom feature on your listings. And in order to do that, you can upload a larger size image to eBay. And it's an excellent buying opportunity because your buyers, especially if you're selling something that a buyer would want to zoom in on, give them the ability. Put a large image in there. eBay will, of course, compress them down to, I think, around 1600 pixels by 1600.
Which is still very big. It's not tiny.
Excellent quality.
Yeah.
You're getting a nice image. You hover over the eBay image and it shows you the detail in zoom on that section. So
hot seller.
Yeah.
Hot seller. We're going to show you soon, how this perfectly keeps image quality. Okay. So because if you come from Poshmark to eBay, you're not going to have that beautiful feature of the zoom. So we highly recommend to always try to put your listings in list perfectly, and then this perfectly takes care of image and make sure that you're not losing quality, and then we send it nice to eBay so you have that zoom feature. That's a hot seller that you cannot allow yourself not to have in your listings, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So now, Mandy, can we show a little real quick the native eBay form? Let's just, let's show them the native listing form. So what I'm gonna do right now, we're gonna show you what we're talking about. eBay, the native listing form, okay, when you go and list an item on eBay, it's gonna look a little long, a little detailed, okay? It could be intimidating if you come from Depop, if you come from Mercari, if you come from Poshmark, okay? You're gonna be a little intimidated by this, but we're gonna help you. We're gonna show you today. We have a couple of ways to help you to get comfortable with eBay and start selling with eBay faster and better. This is how it looks, okay?
So this is the very first screen that you would get. They actually have several different listing forms. I'm using the classic right now. They have a quick lister. They have a few other things, but what you can do, they recommend that you put in your title first. And actually, this is what List Perfectly helps you do. When you create your listing in List Perfectly first, you already have that nice title. eBay is going to take that nice title and generate through their AI some of the item specifics that would need to get filled out.
My favorite thing about eBay is their artificial intelligence. The thing works and it's getting better. That machine learning that they're using, it's getting smarter and smarter and smarter.
Yep.
So very impressive.
I know, really like what a nice toy.
Yep. So now I didn't put much into my title, otherwise eBay would have picked up a lot more. But right now they already said, okay, you're listing a jacket. They're probably going to suggest some categories based on what I typed in, the department. So it's a really nice
incredible.
feature.
It's just making suggestions just out of your title. They're making suggestions. So that's a nice tool. So I want to show now. Okay, it is, as I was saying, it's gonna look a little intimidating. You can see there is categories.
There are a lot of fields.
A lot of fields, subcategories. Okay, this is the part that it will get you a little petrified, okay? When they ask you for item specifics, other marketplaces, they might call it attributes or keywords or anything like that, but it gets a little intense depending on what you're listing. eBay is going to make a lot of suggestions. They're not mandatory. You don't have to fill everything in, but okay, just know that it's going to look long and a little intimidating, and don't let it intimidate you.
And actually, let's back up a little because do you see this tiny little red asterisks here? Those are the only ones that are required. And the rest, if you want, you can ignore. But if you fill out the rest, they'll help you get found better in search.
Yeah,
Am I right,
Here's,
Teresa?
here's another thing that you can see, that first section from required, everything
Yeah.
there is required, and then everything after that is just recommended. So you have to put everything in the required. Recommended, like you said, is just to help you get found faster.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
mandatory to fill everything in.
No.
Don't let it intimidate you. There, it's very clear what's mandatory, and beyond that, you can go and entertain yourself filling in different item specifics
Yeah.
and exploring. It's nice to play with and see how List Perfect, how eBay works when
There
it
is-
comes to that.
There is one other thing that I want to share about
Yeah.
eBay that's unique. eBay is the only marketplace that allows you to have a web page, if you will, for your product listing.
Oh,
So that's why
yes.
you're going to see this HTML tab. You'll probably never use it, but that's why it's there.
Yeah.
You can put everything, your description will go into the standard field. But if you click on advanced editing here, then you can do fun things with your description if you want. You can change the font size, the color, make it bold. It's really like a text editor. So just wanted to pass that on.
Great information, Mandy, to share.
And
A
that's
pro,
it.
tip, a pro tip for eBay of today, which is different than eBay of yesteryears, is not to have a lot of HTML code in your listings, because people are viewing on phones, and so you want it to be mobile friendly. So we've gone to very short descriptions, lots of bullet points, and that seems to be what buyers really like.
Respond
So,
to. Yes.
none of these really long paragraphs with lots of explanation, bullet points.
Yep, and actually List Perfectly's Pro plan will help you to create those well-formatted descriptions in that layout.
Yeah, we're gonna show that now. Why don't we start with something easy, okay? Let's think of, right now we're talking to you. If you're not selling on eBay, okay, and if you're in other marketplaces, we're gonna show you right now how you can take listings. We support right now 9 marketplaces, okay? So we exclude eBay. That means that from 8 marketplaces, you can take your active listings to eBay. And this is incredible. This is one of the ways that we can help you to do this. Show us, Amanda, how we do this. We're gonna do it with the business plan, I believe, that we're doing right now. That's one of the plans, and we're gonna go in bulk. Okay, that's the beauty of the business plan.
Where would you like to start first?
Oh, I like it. Why don't we do Poshmark to eBay?
All right, so
that's a popular request.
That's a popular request.
Very popular.
How do you get your listings from Poshmark over to eBay?
Yeah.
And the bulk tool is the best thing you guys ever invented.
Desperation, Theresa, desperation will make you create things that, there it is. You can see, we just start selecting. You go to you see your listings, how we're selecting. You, in this case,
how fast that is.
Yeah. And this is real time. We're not accelerating things. We're not up to, we're showing you everything real. It's not edited. It's just a real person, a real seller doing this. Anybody in our team, not only is team members, we're all real sellers. That's important to be in touch, supporting the selling community. And this is what
and so, I mean, once you have your listing created in Posh and you want to bring it over to eBay, that eBay AI got to work from your title and, from those things that you had in Poshmark, and started automatically selecting specifics on your behalf. And I think it takes a lot of the intimidation out. It makes it a lot easier.
Let eBay do the hard work for you. Don't assume it's not for you. Don't assume that it's too complicated. Try it, and then eBay is doing a great job every day to improve their platform.
And you can see it's not that much more to fill out for each listing.
Can you stop it for a second?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Oh, go back up. I want to show this, the pro tip on the item specifics a little bit.
Yep.
All right.
Play it a little bit, and then a little bit more. Okay, yeah, sorry. And okay, stop right here.
Done.
Okay, so now if you can see that underneath on style, it says frequent, and there's 3 things that are blue.
Yes.
It says mom, cropped, and jegging. So this is a pro tip. When I'm listing with List Perfectly, I look at those. Those are the most frequently searched terms on eBay. And if my item fits one of those terms, don't click it if it doesn't qualify. then I click it. That's how I fill out the recommended section.
All right.
I don't do anything else. So closure, I'm going to say it's a zip, and then I'm going to say it's a 36, and I'm going to say it's denim. And that's how I fill out the recommended sections. I don't worry about scrolling down and filling out each one. I feel like if I get the ones that eBay is suggesting that are the most popular, then that's good. And that helps it go so much faster as well.
And just to reiterate, what Theresa's talking about is the blue text here. You can click on it and it will autofill. And that's it. It's so easy.
You don't even have to type it, okay? For all those people like us that we have paid, you know, there is no need, just click, that's it.
Okay, sorry about that.
No, that's a great
Thank
tip.
you. No,
Great
I
tip.
appreciate it that you stopped us and showed us that. So what we're doing here is with List Perfectly, we are taking your active listings from Poshmark to eBay, bypassing List Perfectly, because this is one of the ways you can do. So as you can see, this is real, okay? This is what List Perfectly would do for you. So now, as we are talking, doing a webinar, you could be researching on new inventory. You could be researching on new shipping options, okay? Imagine what you could do with the free time. Meanwhile, List Perfectly is opening windows, okay, on your behalf, okay? And then you just gotta complete little things here and there. That's it. In what? In 5 minutes, you got another, 5 listings already done, you know, easily, okay? So this is one of the options. Why don't we show them? Let's go from another marketplace. What do you think? Let's choose. I think we have Mercari, which is another very popular option. Again, this is one of the ways that List Perfectly can help you cross-posting your active listings. And we're bypassing List Perfectly. The only difference when you don't use List Perfectly is that we can't help you with inventory management. We will not let you know where your listings are posted. We will not be able to assist you with delisting and relisting, okay? But that's something that we will help you with sales, and that's what you need for growing your business. Then when you have money in your pocket, then you can think clearly how you want to grow your business and which other, maybe upgrading a plan, maybe changing a plan, maybe putting all your listings in List Perfectly and just posting from there. We know that that will save you time and money, right?
Absolutely.
This is Mercari. This is another popular request. Mercari, take your listings from Mercari to eBay, your active listings. You can see it's very simple, okay? Very, very, very simplified, very little to do. We're doing this in this case with Mercari. I believe we're using the
business plan.
Business option, okay.
So, you know, just to reiterate, if you can see, we're going through these listings pretty quick. Don't let the eBay listing form intimidate you. A lot of things are optional. You'll still sell very well. You don't have to fill out every single thing you see. Just select what you think is important, what's going to get you more visibility.
Yes.
They only want to help you sell more. And that's why they provide you this flexible form.
Exactly. All
Good
right.
point. Good point.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And the goal is to get your listings from, you know, Poshmark, Mercari, Grailed, wherever you're at, onto eBay so that you can generate some sales, so that you can, you know, again, get your listings numbers increased. And, you know, if you happen to have an old eBay account that you bought something from in 2005, use that eBay account to list from. It will help you get going faster. These listing limitations is what I'm talking about. If you've never had an eBay account and you have to create one from scratch today.
Yes. And Theresa, you gave a pro tip earlier. If you know that you're going to start listing on eBay, start buying things on eBay that you need. And that's going to, like Theresa said, that's going to help you boost your reputation and get feedback. And that's crucial for getting started on eBay.
And have a relative or a friend, you know, buy something that they need from you. You know, that's basic. If you can have a family or a friend help you to start your business, come on, okay? So it's just to get you started. That's crucial to have the support of your loved ones and to grow your little eBay reselling business.
You know, you can list shoelaces for, you know, 99 cents and $1.50 shipping. And the key with, if you do something like that, make sure you ship the item, because shipping and tracking is part of that whole vetting process. eBay doesn't want you to just collect money from your buyers, mark it, shipped, and then be done with it. So, you know, make sure you follow through, because there's nothing wrong with getting friends and family to buy stuff for you. If it's You don't want to do that if you're doing an auction, because that's called shill bidding. But
But if it is a fake, no, we're talking about, I'm recommending a real purchase of a relative that
a real
really
purchase,
something.
exactly.
Yes, or something.
Buy it now,
That's
purchase.
allowed.
Yeah, I have 5,200 listings. I don't do auctions. I don't have anything that's, don't do an auction for an everyday thing. You'll just make your sellers upset that they have to wait till Thursday to buy something that they want tomorrow. So, you know, we're talking about buy it now. Most of the stuff on eBay is now buy it now stuff. And so, yeah, so list it, have your aunt or uncle buy some shoelaces, ship it to them in Texas, and get the feedback.
Absolutely. Well said.
Great tip.
No, absolutely. Well said. Now, before, do you mind if we move on to showing list perfectly to eBay, Theresa?
No.
Okay. Let's
It's my
go and
favorite
show.
new thing.
Thank you. And why is your favorite thing, Theresa? Why would you say that?
Well, you know, when I first met you guys, I think I had like, I forget, 4,500 listings. And I remember saying, okay, this is great for new stuff, but I got all these other listings. How do I do this? And so it's taken me a while to get there, but I'm also an Amazon seller. And so right now I pulled all my Amazon items back from Amazon and my winter stuff. And normally I would list them on Amazon and eBay. That's a time sink. What I'm doing now is I'm listing them on List Perfectly, putting them in my inventory boxes, getting them out of my workspace. And then I will go back with List Perfectly, cross-post to eBay, cross-post to Mercari, and do all that stuff at once. Yeah. And I had about 150 items that I've been processing, and I have one more basket. I'm still working on it. Yeah. And it's just made the process so much faster. So I am definitely starting to list natively in List Perfectly. And then that saves my pictures, it saves my descriptions. I put notes in there, and then I can cross-post it out, you know, as I need. And I can do 3 today and 3 tomorrow, and whenever I have some time, and just cross-post out what's not listed.
Yeah, no, and keep in mind that a big seller like Theresa, we're talking about a penny per listing, less than a penny per listing. So we love eBay, but things happen. We're gonna say that it did happen that some images were lost, okay? Right. It did happen, item specifics were mixed on eBay. So if you're saving your listings on eBay, understand they're a marketplace with millions, like Theresa said, of users. So that might not be your best practice of saving your inventory on eBay when you're cross-posting multi-channel. Have one centralized solution, a company like us that really does, listing for a living, And then this way you have peace of mind, whatever happens, a return, list again, whatever image getter, whatever happens, You have your listings there. And the best thing that with List Perfectly, your sole listings, your templates do not count against you.
Right. Yeah. And that's a huge thing as well. And, you mentioned that the cost was pennies per listing to store it on List Perfectly. And I was late to the game. It wasn't until like December or January that I was like, yeah, this is too much to try to keep track. I was doing express cross posting because I just wanted it fast. And then you start getting, the first 3 platforms is kind of easy because you can list everything on Posh and Mercari and most something on Etsy. But then it's like, did I list this on Etsy? Did I not list it? Oh. And it was like, I couldn't, it was too much. And you sell 30, 40 items over the weekend. And it was a time sink to try to end the items on every platform. And that's when I just went, it's worth so for me, I know that you're showing business plan. I am a big proponent of the pro plan. And because it transfers the most data over and it gives you the most options. And it's 67 cents a day more than the business plan. And so I just think that you should do that. And then
that's the numbers.
Yeah. Hashtag numbers.
I know it.
And then, well, if you want to, you've got to figure out if it's worth it. And if, I don't cross post every day, but I probably list and cross post 5 days out of the week at least, if not more. So it's, it's worth it to have that. Not only does it save you time, it saves on making a mistake. Yeah. And when you're copying and pasting, sometimes maybe you don't get the first letter of a word and you cross post it and then you're searching for Nike and it doesn't come up because you only have Ike. And
Ike, I know. I was, how many times I did Ike? That's not true. Thank you for saying that. I'm glad that I'm not the only one.
Yeah, I mean, we all do it. We all, copy and paste is great, but copy and paste was what we did in 2018. Now we have this perfectly.
It's so
I love it. I love it. I'm gonna make it.
So
I'm gonna make a post of that. That's so 2018.
Awesome.
You don't have this perfectly. That's 2018.
Yeah,
Oh, I love it. So in this demo that we're running for you, this is how it works. Okay, this is what List Perfectly would do for you. We open a window per listing on your behalf. You have a chance to review it. We're not pushing anything automatically on your behalf, so you always have control of the cross-posting and listing process.
You know what? I don't think users or potential users understand how critical that is. And I try to teach people that I list, so eBay is my native, and so I list a very particular way with eBay. I have my brand, and then I have gender, and then I have style, and then eventually it rolls out to I end with size.
Yeah.
And I end with size on my listing because it's an easy eye catch for me when I'm sorting through and whatever. But you don't need size in eBay listing. You don't need it in anything. So when I'm cross-posting or listing, when I'm listing from List Perfectly to eBay, I keep it. When I'm listing from List Perfectly to Mercari, I don't put the gender, I don't put the color, I don't put the size. And same thing with Posh, you don't need it because of the way their listings show up on your phone. So I like that List Perfectly stops, lets me adjust whatever I want for whatever listing on whatever platform, and then lets me hit launch.
Yeah.
And I know that was by design, and I just want to give you guys kudos for thinking through like a real seller.
Yes, yes, and that's exactly why we did it, is because we really believe in helping you to accelerate your sales, not just blindly push listings.
No.
And when you don't
Solid
actually
sales.
see
Solid sales. Anything can
Yeah.
push you to get sales, and sales of inaccurate listings. Good luck.
Yeah, and one of the keys to getting more sales is to become a trusted seller. And when you start having mistakes in your listings, when things don't look very well, that is questionable trust in a buyer's mind. And so that's why you want to look at everything in your listing. And if there's something that you can fill out, for example, on eBay's listing form to help you get better visibility, give you an edge over another seller, do it. And we give you the opportunity to do that.
Absolutely.
Yep.
No, absolutely.
Awesome.
That's one thing that is very important to us, is for our users to have control of the listing and cross-posting process.
And I appreciate that.
Thank you.
And I think that an under mentioned perk or under mentioned feature, I don't know what you call it, but it really is a difference between, you don't want somebody just blindly launching your listings, because you'll have great listings on your native platform and crappy listings everywhere else.
Yep.
Yes.
Well said.
Well said.
No, thank you for, and having said that, what tips or tricks, okay, with your experience, 20 years plus, what tips or tricks do you have for our audience regarding eBay?
So some of these we've talked about, but one thing that I think is, I don't know if it's folklore or not, but I will tell you that I have some summer help this year with my store, and there's daily activity, listing, buying, selling, whatever it might be. Daily activity, in the Boss Group, we do a daily 2 for 2. So 2 listings every day. That will really boost your sales. Folklore or not, I've been doing it, and I think it works. So that's a tip that I do give people. Don't do calculated shipping. We talked about that.
Yep.
Include measurements, which List Perfectly is fabulous about doing. You include your measurements in your shipping. Now, I always have, but what I love about List Perfectly, if you have the pro plan, they will convert it to centimeters too. I never did that because I didn't want to deal with it. You don't have to with List Perfectly. So include your measurements. So another tip.
And sorry, I just want to back up because you just made a really excellent point. eBay is one of those marketplaces that you can sell internationally.
Yes.
And your buyer from, let's say, France is not going to use our measurement system. They don't use inches, they use centimeters. So we do that conversion for you. Sorry, just wanted to.
No, and it's a huge perk because 30% of my sales, 30% of my sales are international, and I love international sales. because even though all of my every item in my store is free shipping, it's free domestic. International sellers pay shipping on top of that. So if I've built $10 into my price for shipping to the States, and somebody from France buys my item, I get that $10 plus they pay an extra shipping on top of that, which I usually make $1 or $2. I don't charge, I don't slam them on shipping because I want them to buy from me and not some other seller. So my shipping prices are right on with, you know, $1 or $2 of actual cost. And so you can, you know, that makes a huge difference. And having your set shipping prices and having your metric measurements, all the difference in the world for clothing, especially for international sales.
Anything, whether it's furniture, providing additional details, because a picture, that's the first thing you would do, whether it's furniture, clothing, jewelry, anything, you know, it's nowadays, you can't afford not to put measurements. If you're taking the fast way of paying extra money for promotions or maybe doing some kind of, I don't know, AdWords campaign, I don't know how your instead of paying that money and save that money, put measurements on your listings. Not only you're going to sell more, you're going to sell international, but also you're going to see reduced no returns, you know, because of false expectations of a buyer that didn't have an idea of the dimensions of your product.
Yeah, well said.
So on international, so this is going to be free sellers that are on other platforms out. Do your own international shipping. So the eBay does have a global shipping program where you ship it to Kentucky. And I tell people test it out. I tested it out for 6 months and I had 0 international sales. Now I know sellers that sell car parts and stuff like that they live and die by global shipping. So I think it depends on what you sell. But if you are, and you should absolutely be an international seller if you're on eBay platform, because you want access to that global market. And if you want help on setting international shipping and shipping rates, reach out to me via the Facebook group, the Boss Facebook group, or on Facebook. I'm happy to help you with that. And one more tip, I have more, but just one more tip for time. To do square photos, and in eBay, like the other platforms, your first photo is what they call a gallery photo. So make it count. So what I tell people is if you've got if you're listing a t-shirt with a graphic picture on the back, don't take a picture, don't put the whole picture of the t-shirt on front in your first one. Take a close-up of the graphic on the back. Everybody knows they're looking for a t-shirt, and use that as your first picture because that's what they'll see. Then you do need to have a whole picture of the t-shirt front and back so that they can see that there's no holes and there's no stains and all that other good stuff. But nobody needs to see a picture of a gray t-shirt with a tiny thing while scrolling through. Nobody's going to know what it is.
Well said.
Well said.
Well said. Incredible. Having said that, we have to go through questions. I know we went through, so eBay's not something that we can do a half an hour webinar. Okay, so we're going to try to do. Liz was helping us in our YouTube channel, answering incredible questions.
Thank you.
But I know that we have some in the Zoom chat. What about Zoom?
All right. So one of the questions from Lori was, does List Perfectly Pro Plan have shipping policies, and so that you can set them in the Pro Plan? And the answer is no. What we do is we give you fields to enter the weight and shipping dimensions. But if you are using shipping policies on eBay, it's a really simple drop down. On that listing form, you right before you hit submit, it'll show at the bottom, you just click that policy that would apply for your listing. And
1 pound, under 1 pound, very simple.
And for anyone that does not know what we're talking about with shipping policies, you set them up personally. So it's not a generic eBay policy. This is your personal shipping policies that you set up. And so they're going to vary from seller to seller.
Exactly. Remember, eBay's not going to send you a shipping label.
It's actually business policies because it covers returns, shipping, and payment. So, but shipping is the one, you know, we leave the payment and we leave the returns the same, and shipping is the one that we change for every listing. So people do refer to it as, but if you look for shipping policies on eBay, you need to look for business policies to add that.
Yep. Thank you, Theresa.
All right.
Okay, so another recommendation was recommending offering free shipping and building into the cost, as Theresa was sharing. So yeah, that's a great tip.
And the reason we do that is that eBay tells us that more buyers click on that free shipping toggle than don't. But I still, and I'm a huge believer in doing that. Do I have my shipping built into my prices? Absolutely. But if more buyers are clicking free shipping and I have the same item as Amanda and mine has free shipping and hers has $2, they're not going to see her shipping. But for beginners, that's a little much to ask, especially if you're on Poshmark or Mercari. It's too much to ask. So then, do what we talked about earlier for doing pricing. And then as you get more seasoned to get used to it and more comfortable, then you can increase your prices and offer free shipping.
Absolutely. Pro tip. Thank you, Theresa. Thank you so much for everything that you do again for the community, for List Perfectly.
Oh, I love it. And thank you for doing what you do to bring more sellers to my favorite platform, to give me more people to help teach and to help learn. And I love seeing others sellers being successful. I got a Facebook message from somebody just real quickly that is in Vegas, and he was doing eBay on the side, selling t-shirts and jackets. And he was a dealer, and with COVID, he lost his job. And so he's like, okay, I'm going to go do eBay full force. And he just messaged me. He's like, okay, my goal was $3,000 a month net, and I hit that. Next goal is $4,500. Like he is, and he's loving what he's doing. I don't know if he's made up for the money he made as a dealer in Vegas or not, but he's happy and he's got goals and he's working hard and he's having fun. And that's what it is all about. So I love those kind of stories. We can all be successful on a platform with 1.1 billion.
Well said.
I'll do something really quick. McDonald's to Millionaire says the batch listing, bulk cross posting has been a little buggy. Okay, we cannot emphasize List Perfectly is the kind of software that you have to, because there is so many things happening. If you're having this issue, just remove your extension and reinstall it. Okay, very simple. Otherwise, let our tech team guide you. You can do this yourself, or you let our tech team guide you. We're always helping every day. We do not take a day off on helping our customers.
Yeah, and the other thing to say about the bulk lister is we don't cap how many listings you can do in bulk. If you have strong internet and you can do 100, do it. Not everybody is so lucky though. So the results will vary depending on your personal internet that you have available.
Maybe try less listings. Okay. So that's everything for today.
Okay, one more thing, because you guys won't teach your own harm, but I want to say what Lori said. She says, I can tell you that using List Perfectly has increased my sales 30% in the month I've been on. I just sold my 11th thing I cross-posted on Kitizen.
Wow.
So List Perfectly.
Congratulations, Lori.
There are sellers that don't want to spend the extra money, but you have to spend a little money. 30% of she's increased your sales by 30%. Who doesn't want to have increased sales by 30%?
No,
well
well
said.
said. Thank you, Theresa.
Very well done, you guys.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, everybody. And I will see you this Thursday with another great topic.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.